Well, to be honest with you, that was a big win against a very good team, and they're playing so much better than the first time we played them, if you ask me. The improvement they made. And I think we won a game the way that you need to win a game as it gets to the end of the year. Our defense, I thought, was unbelievable at times. We did a heck of a job on Vito Brown, a heck of a job on Hayes. I thought we did a very good job on Koenig, too, until the very end. But the only guy we couldn't stop with a fishnet was Hap. He did a hell of a job. We just seemed a little slow in there. But he did a hell of a job. But our defense, throughout that whole game, they were in the 20s percentile. They were in the 20s from the three, and they hit a couple at the end. But I thought the only two areas I didn't think we did a very good job of was our post defense wasn't very good, and really our rebounding wasn't very good. They got every loose rebound they got, they seemed to kick out for a three or get to the foul line. But I feel bad at the end that I had to take those guys back out. But those guys matter to me. I try to play them, and just didn't work out this time. But I can't speak enough for the job Guard has done there. When I look at this team, we watched them. We think we're a better team than we were there because of Valentine and things like that. That was only his second game back. But we think they're a lot better team than they were last time. And some guys just didn't play as good tonight. Hayes looked a little tired. He looked like Costello. He looked a little tired. You get to this time of the year, I don't know if that was it or what, but really proud of the defense we played. It got our break going early. We got some running. I thought we executed better with our ball screens against a team that usually runs you off the three. I thought we freed Forbes some, and got a little sloppy with the ball when we got tired, and we got a little sloppy when we let our guard down a little bit. And that was a big thing to me right now, because when you get near tournament time of any kind of tournament, the my bads and the one mistakes that you could accept during the year become more critical. And that's the only reason I wasn't as pleased as I probably should be on a game like that, because we had a couple of those things happen. Questions?
Tom, with the defense, what specifically was different about Deontay's play against Nigel Hayes compared to the first game?
Well, Deontay's grown up a lot since the first game, number one. We did a little bit more helping, and we thought we'd put him on him. We were going to put Zell on him some, which we did. Zell did a heck of a job on Brown, too. But with Deontay, we wanted to press up and make his length maybe bother him, and then try to get some help from our wings, which I thought we did a pretty good job of. So Deontay deserves some credit. Aaron Harris deserves a lot of credit. And Denzel. I thought Denzel, sometimes we had him on Hayes, sometimes we had him on Brown, and he did a pretty good job. As I said, we covered things very well, I thought, defensively.
That was my question, too. But, Tom, tonight Maryland loses at Minnesota. I know it's early on this, but it's been kind of wacky lately in the Big Ten. I just wonder, do you allow yourself to think about the door cracking a little bit?
Really don't. I really don't, because I think so many teams have to lose. I mean, you can't lose two games a night. Somebody's got to beat somebody. So if one team that's at the top beats another team, now if there's upsets like tonight, if there could be three or four of those, because there's three teams that got to lose, then I'd see the crack. I'm more disappointed in some opportunities we had that we let go, but I can't worry about that now. To be honest with you, Joe, I've just been focusing right now on this team getting a little better. And it's the time of year you got to get better, and it's the time of year you got to figure, don't let the three-point shot dictate your game. Let your defense and your rebounding dictate, because as much as scoring's up and all this stuff that all the talking heads talk about, last year we played Georgia, who was averaging a lot of points. We played Oklahoma, was averaging a lot of points. We played Louisville, and those games were all lower scoring games because it gets tournament time, and I'm not saying the officiating will change, but it'll get a little more smash mouth, and where possessions, where turnovers matter. And that's what we're trying to build for, that make those things matter right now to get us ready. If something happens, but I can honestly say I'm not looking. I mean, I wasn't jumping up and down when I heard the announcement that they lost. It's just there's too many teams that got to lose, and we dug ourselves our own hole. And although there's been times when we helped other teams, so maybe some teams are helping us. If that happens, it happens. But we got a lot of work to do before we worry about that.
Tom, 20 assists on 26 baskets, but even bigger than that, 20 assists, and Wisconsin only had 20 buckets. Could you just talk about that stat, please?
I forgot to mention that last time, so I'm glad you brought it up, because last time it was off the charts too, the last game. If this team, everybody gets defined by something, it's been toughness for a lot of our teams. It's been our defense for a lot of our teams. This team, you could go with 3-point shooting, is maybe their kind of footprint they're laying here. But probably the best footprint that should be laid is the unselfishness of this team. This has been this way all year now. It's been 27, 8 games, whatever we've played. They've almost averaged more assists each game than any team I've ever had. And that's incredible. That speaks volumes for Denzel, because he leads the way with his unselfish play. I'm just mad at him because I thought he got a little tired and could have had a few more rebounds, and so the unselfishness is second to none. And it also means there's some guys making shots. And so I thought the screening was better tonight. I thought Bryn came off. One of the things we talked to him about this morning, I had a meeting with him. Can you come off tighter? Can you use those screens better? I thought he did a phenomenal job of that tonight.
Tom, you've said all year that this is one of your best shooting teams. I was just kind of curious. This is the highest scoring offense here in 30 years. Did you expect to see this out of these?
Well, sure. It's because that we're not allowed to move. You listen to everybody, they think it's all because of that. More teams are shooting threes. More teams have more three-point shooters. I struggle to think it's the freedom of movement, except more teams are shooting more from the free throw line. But I think we just got better shooters than we've had, and more of them. And, with Bryn, Aaron, and Zell and McQuaid, those are probably 4 shooters that shoot it as well as anybody we've had in a long time. The Chris Hills, maybe the Agers. So now we got more than a couple of them. And I think and then we got an unselfish guy that's running it in Zell. 10 assists with 24 points and 7 rebounds. And good defense, So I'd say, I'm sure I'll pick him apart because I always do, but I always want more from that kid. I think he's got even more to give.
With Denzel, was that by design that he was kind of a pass-first guy early before looking for his shot, or is that just what they were giving him?
No, I was just going to say, you got to realize teams are going to take away Denzel too, and they've done a pretty good job of putting some pressure on him. But I think what's starting to be better now is I'm starting to use Aaron Harris some too as a point, and I can move Zell around. We were going to try to post him when Hayes didn't have him, and then Hayes had him a lot. And so then we decided to run him off more ball screens, and we did a decent job of that and freed him some. So I was moving Zell everywhere, from the point to the post to the wing. It shows his versatility, and I think it makes it easier for me. And with Aaron and even a little bit Tom's playing now, he's getting a few more minutes, a little bit better. What did he play tonight? 8 or 9 minutes? 4 or 5? If I can get him up to 10 minutes, I think it would help us some.
We have time for 2 more, and Coach Gard will be in.
Tom, get back to Deonta for a second. Do you think that his performance at Michigan, where he chased Zach Irvin around a little bit, gave him confidence, and then you guys as a staff to show and to see kind of what we saw again tonight? Because obviously Hayes was on the wing most of the night.
I think that's helping, and I think you got to realize that he's doing a good job with his length, and I think my staff, it was DJ's idea to, let's see if we can put some length on him. Then we're cheating with our guards so we can press up a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, Deontay's doing a hell of a job, but it's a mixed bag of nuts too. We're cheating off some people, we're moving some people around. It's almost been fun. It's almost like we're trying to scheme our defense in different ways to make up for one. And tonight I'm going to stay up all night trying to figure out how to scheme our post defense a little better, because that was Ole, and we got to do a little better job there. But Deontay did a good job. Zell really helped. Aaron helped, and when Aaron doesn't let a guy penetrate as much, then Hayes doesn't get as many shots in the right position. And I thought, so I think it was a good job by Deontay and a very good job by our whole team as far as understanding and not leaving him on an island by himself.
Tom, it's funny you mentioned that. It seems like, going back to the Michigan game, you guys kind of focused in and made sure that Duncan Robinson didn't beat you tonight. You made sure that it wasn't going to be Nigel Hayes. Do you pick their leading scorer and just keep switching up the defense and say someone else has to beat us tonight?
Well, in those 5 losses we had, someone else, sometimes not even their star player, had career nights. When you think of Davis and Gessel and what's the name, Shields, and there were more. Jock. It was like they were picking their way on us. And so I think this is more of a team. I think we're starting to realize you get so shot happy, and a lot of three-point shooting teams do, that, we've really bared down on our defense. And I give my staff a lot of credit. We've really said, hey, as you get near tournament time, when it's one and done, one bad shooting night and you're out. So let's make sure if there's one bad shooting night, maybe we survived that by an unbelievable defensive night. Tonight, we didn't shoot bad. We didn't shoot great. But I thought we were very, very good defensively. And like I said, this team, don't look at those couple of games early with Wisconsin, because this team is a lot better than they were when we played them the first time. Now, I think we are too, but they really are. And, Hayes will never have another day like that. Some of it was us, but some of it was him. They'll never have another day like that. So, hey, we move forward. We got a game on Tuesday down in Columbus, another team that has been Jekyll and Hyde a little bit, and I'm just looking forward to it. So, feel good about it, but, our defense did deserve some credit tonight. Thanks.